Alright, hey, Hazy Mega here, and I'm doing a show and tell video on countershaft sprocket for the secondary drive on Sur Ron Lightbee, okay? So I did shoot a video about this. I did shoot a video about this a while ago, alright? When I bought a spare counter sprocket for my Lightbee when I visited Lunicycle in El Segundo, okay? And I didn't know where you can get these, alright? So if you guys don't know, the counter sprocket is a sprocket that wears out the fastest on the bike, okay? The Lunicycle assured me that it would last the life of the bike, and I don't believe that, okay? The counter sprocket on a motorcycle is the sprocket that wears out the fastest, alright? So this is these are like 14-tooth sprockets. They spin much faster. The metal is much harder on a counter sprocket, but they spin much faster, and that's the reason they wear out more, okay? They spin much faster, okay? They got less teeth than the bigger sprocket, obviously. So you should be replacing these sooner than you replace the rear sprocket, is what I'm gonna say. But anyway, I'm refreshing the drivetrain on my Sur Ron after a year of racing, and I was looking at the counter sprocket, and I was like, man, I think I should replace the counter sprocket, okay? So like when you're in there doing the jack shaft and all that, that's an opportune moment to change the counter shaft sprocket, okay, or the counter sprocket, the small one. So I got this. All right, we'll take a closer look at it in a bit. But I got this from GritShift for $17, okay. And I did buy it from Lunicycle for like 20 bucks because they had one like lying around and they sold it to me. They had one in the shop that they just sold to me, okay? So we'll take a look at the one I got from Lunicycle. Actually, this is my stock one, right? The one I got from Lunicycle is actually in the bike right now, okay? But we'll take a look at this and we'll take a look at this, all right? But I got this from GritShift for 17 bucks. As far as I know, they're the only ones I know you can buy the counter shaft sprocket from, okay? There might be some other places, but it's probably the easiest place I can get it from is GritShift. Okay, I don't know how they got these. Maybe they ordered them straight from Sur Ron and then now they're selling them in the U.S. That's great. Okay. All right, yeah. So these counter sprockets are so cheap that you can replace them, you know, pretty easily. To tell you the truth, they're actually not that cheap. A chain is about 20 bucks. So is the sprocket is 20 bucks. So. But $20, that's not a lot of money, all right? But compared to the chain, yeah, it's about as much as a chain costs, all right, is what I'm gonna say. But yeah, whenever you get a chance, you should probably replace it. If it's that time to replace your chain and sprocket, just change the front one, all right? And so I found a place where you can get them, GritShift, okay, for $17. All right, so let's go take a closer look at these, and then that'll be the end of the video, all right? If you want to see me installing it, I'm probably going to make a short video about my winter build vlog, and that's going to be part of it, all right, is replacing that counter shaft sprocket. But I've already shot a video on how to replace it, and it's not that difficult, all right. Once you got the jack shaft off, you just take the screws off and you put the other one on, and then you pop the seal on it, and that's it. So, but yeah, I was wondering if these would. How these differ from the Sur Ron ones, okay? But I think it's the exact same one as the Sur Ron one. I think that these are Sur Ron sprockets, okay? All right, let's check it. Take a closer look at it. Okay, so we're gonna take a closer look at it on the trunk of my Super Cub here. All right, so this is my original sprocket right here. All right, and then this I just took this one out of the package so we can get a closer look at it. And this is the packaging it comes in, okay? So let's take a look at what the packaging looks like. There's a sticker on it, and this is a number 13105-YQ2A-0000, okay, asterisk. And it says 420 14 tooth, okay, 14T. All right, so this is made for a 420 chain, and it's 14 teeth. All right, that is the stock counter sprocket size. All right, I don't know if they sell any different sizes. I don't know if they sell any smaller ones or bigger ones. Yeah, so all right. Yeah, so let's go take a look at the two that aren't in the packaging now. All right. Okay, so here's the new sprocket, and here is my stock one. Okay, they look literally the same. All right. It says 420 right there, and it says 420 right here. Okay, this one says 14 tooth. And I think this one says 14. Let me see. Yeah, it does say 14 tooth. These are the exact same sprocket, guys. Okay, so these are legit Sur Ron sprockets you can get from GritShift. Okay, you can't even get these at Lunicycle. Okay, they don't even sell these. I don't know why, because they're the ones that sell the bike. Why didn't they sell these? They sell everything else on the jack shaft, but they don't sell this. It's the funny thing. All right, I had to actually ask them to get it. So, but if you want an easy place to find one, GritShift. All right, I think they sell them on eBay also. You can find them on eBay. All right, so it is the exact same sprocket. The markings are exactly the same. The holes line up in the same places. All right, if I line it up, see, I guess the holes are there to lighten it a little bit. Okay, it has the same lip here for the seal. All right, if you guys don't know what that lip here, that there for is, it's for the seal for the jack shaft bearing. Okay, and you can see what the difference is between a used sprocket. So this one has a good amount of miles. I replaced this one a while ago. Okay, that's a used sprocket versus a brand new sprocket. You can tell it's used. It's a little pointier than this one. Could you still use this? Yeah, you could still use this. This still got plenty of life left in it. I'd say that's about halfway right there. Okay, so this is brand new, and then this is my stock one, my old one. Okay, and like I said, I just replaced this because I was in there doing the belt, and I said, hey, let's just replace it then. I got one lying around. Okay, that's what the tops look like. Okay, I did note that this new one has this kind of rainbowy kind of finish to it. All right, kind of like it's that anti-stick stuff that's on that, like I think it's like a galvanization or something that it keeps stuff from getting stuck to the metal, or keeps it from rusting, I guess. You notice that there's no rust on this at all. Okay, so I think it might have some kind of alloy. It's made out of some kind of metal alloy or something, maybe. I don't know. If I leave it outside, will it rust? That's a good question. I believe these are made out of steel, because they last a long time. So the countershaft sprocket is the one that wears the fastest, guys. So it's got to be made out of harder steel than the rear sprocket. Okay, that's the reasoning. Okay, that's the reason you have to use harder front sprockets. You don't see counter sprockets made out of aluminum. I'll tell you that, because they would wear too fast. All right, maybe there might be some aluminum sprockets out there, but mostly countershaft sprockets are made out of steel. Plus they're so small and they don't really weigh a whole lot, so you know. Okay, so yeah, you can get these for $17 at GritShift, and they got it to me in a I think they're in like Colorado or something. They're a couple states away from me, so I got it pretty quick. So GritShift's another place I can get stuff at, so pretty good. Okay, and it is the exact same sprocket as the stock one. Okay, so there you go. That's the end of the show and tell. I'm gonna go install this on my bike now, and then I'll have new sprockets. All right, thanks for watching. Hayes Big out.